I'm Kyla Beckler and I am a Goer. Missions was placed on my heart at a really young age, just before I understood what that meant. And then it wasn't until my sophomore year of high school that I got my first opportunity to go on a missions trip. And I went to Mexicali, Mexico. And that week was the most influential, amazing week of my life. I met the most incredible people that I'm still extremely close to this day and talk to all the time. But that week, I knew that whatever I did with the rest of my life had to emote something like this, because this was the most amazing and content feeling I've ever had in my entire life. Missions also holds a special place in my heart because it was actually on a mission trip that I met God and started to believe in Him for the first time. Even though I grew up in a Christian household, it wasn't something that was personal to me. I just thought of it more of a routine, we go to church every Sunday, but didn't really mean much more than that to me. And so as I started getting older, I started to question why do I do this every Sunday? Why do I say I believe this? Do I even actually believe this? And then around that same time, I started going through a lot of hard personal struggles. And so I feel when that happens, it's just naturally you question more. And so I would be sitting in church and hearing all these incredible stories about how God was showing up in people's testimonies and just making His presence so known to them. And I was just I need that. And so for 3 years, I began just asking and begging God to show Himself to me, make His presence known. And after 3 years of silence, I was kind of you know what, I'm done with this. I feel if you were gonna show up, you would have already done it. So then I decided I'm not believing in God, that this is not for me. I don't think He's real. And a little shortly after this, that I went on my third trip back to Mexicali, Mexico with the same people we had served my sophomore year in high school. It was there that through a pastor at a local church and a conversation that me and her had together, God revealed Himself to me and gave me that sign and that presence that I had been asking for so long. Looking back at it now, I know that it was the most perfect timing with the most perfect place, because Mexicali, Mexico was the most special place with the most special people in my heart at that time. And so it was the most perfect way that God could have reached me.